They were ugly scenes which marred largely peaceful protests. The police blamed a hardcore of violent demonstrators, but many who gathered outside the G20 in London said it was heavy-handed policing which caused things to get out of hand. Now a Commons committee agrees there were some aspects of that operation which didn't properly respect the human rights of protesters and members of the public. The Joint Committee on Human Rights singled out the controversial containment tactic known as kettling, where protesters are corralled into tight groups for hours at a time.
We have a policing by consent in this country, and that is undermined by what appears to be heavy-handed policing, and I think that the kettling approach was one of those examples.
The report sets out a number of recommendations. To ensure the rights of protesters are upheld, it argues that toilets, water and medical facilities should be available to people held in a cordon. To tackle poor communication, it suggests the use of independent negotiators to assist with dialogue between police and protest groups. And to improve police accountability, it recommends that officers should be legally required to identify themselves at all times.
The police have never actually followed through on what they've said, so at the end of the day, I think this misses the point. There's a lot of mistrust between the police and protesters.
A spokesman for the Association of Chief Police Officers said the vast majority of protests were well policed without incident, but ACPO acknowledged there are areas which can be improved. The Independent Police Complaints Commission is still investigating numerous allegations of heavy-handed policing at the G20, including the death of newspaper vendor Ian Tomlinson shortly after a confrontation with officers. Mark White, Sky News.